Something I saw on Twitter recently really caught my attention, and frankly it bums me out, and it's very indicative of a problem of mainstream media. Filmmaker Josh Fox recently tweeted the following: "I just proposed a continuing series to CNN in which I would report on climate change all over the world by examining dance, culture, food, music, and performance. They rejected it, saying they don't believe climate change can be an ongoing series. Tell them they're wrong." Oh, are they ever wrong? Okay, I admit I'm not totally sold on the dance, food, and music stuff, but CNN and other major networks are missing an opportunity and are neglecting their responsibilities to educate and inform on the issue of our time. This is the so-called liberal media. Here are some reasons why CNN and perhaps other networks should pursue a series on climate change. First and foremost, urgency. The recent report by the IPCC states that we have until 2030 to get our act together and take drastic action. Otherwise, the consequences will be much worse than we are currently experiencing. Number two, compelling visuals. Hurricanes, wildfires, droughts, so many to name over the years, these events are affecting the lives of real people. Use those visuals to capture the emotion involved. People have lost their homes and loved ones because of these horrific events. They're all happening and have been made more and more frequent and worse, all for a reason. Number three, celebrity influence. Maybe not the most substantive reason, but let's face it, celebrity influence does carry some weight. Perhaps in-depth interviews with some of these celebrity activists would help with ratings. Of course, why not weave in the expert testimonies of respected scientists? After all, like 97% of scientists agree that it's caused by human activity. And for good measure, you can use footage of right-wing pundits and politicians downplaying the issue because it still gets cold and it still snows. Call them out on their willful ignorance and negligence. And also, how about a man who is leading the charge on this, none other than Al Gore? Number four, scandal. Let's not forget scandal. Whether or not media wants to admit it, they love scandal. That's great for ratings after all. In that same spirit, you can have lots of fodder to work with. How many politicians have taken huge sums of money from the oil and gas industry over the years? And let's not forget President Trump and his infinite wisdom on the subject. Even the Pope has stressed how important this is. In the case of CNN now, if you can run specials on the history of comedy, the 1980s, the 1990s, ISIS, and Vladimir Putin, you can certainly do something on climate change. This is the issue of our time that does not get the coverage needed. Please give your viewers some credit. Tell them about this issue, which is something they may not want to hear about, but need to hear about.